Alright guys, so I'm on 4 hours of sleep. Trying to fight another migraine off, but there's a car right down the street for a little bit more than I wanted to spend. However, what I'm going to try to do is if, depending on how much they're willing to give me for my car, now this isn't going to happen today because I need to test drive it. I need to test drive about 3 or 4 more cars. And is what I'm going to do is test drive this 3.8 2015 Genesis, and it's about 15,000. Is what I'm going to see if they'll do is if I put down about 6,000, what will my payments be? Because I need the rest of that money. Because that's how I'm going to pay off the car for a year, and then give or take a little less, I could probably give them 6,500. So we'll see. But I still got a headache kicking a little bit, so this is probably going to be the only car I see today. And then I'm going to try to maybe get back to sleep and then maybe go later. So I'll keep you guys informed. What up guys, so today is what I did is I test drove a BMW. It's a 2009 335 sedan, and it drove pretty nice. I did have a few issues with it, but it drove better than the G37. It handled great, had good power, except the check engine light was on, and I told the guy that when the check engine light's on, usually the cruise control doesn't work. I looked at the engine, it looked okay, but with BMW, everything's pretty much covered. It's a twin turbo V6, lots of power, but a lot can go wrong with it. But it was around my price point, and I think they're willing to give me more for my WRX than most people. Because for some reason they seem to appreciate the mods, and this is just a guess. I'm just guessing here. They have to get back to me yet. I'm going over to Napleton's Hyundai, however you want to pronounce it, to look at this 3.8 Genesis Coupe, just for the heck of it. I just want to see how it drives. It's a little out of my price range. Technically it's about $10,000 cheaper than this, but if I want to compare just how something much newer will drive to an older BMW, just to get some sort of baseline on what I'm looking for, versus something like that won't drive that great. Like the G37 really didn't impress me. It drove okay. But the BMW drove fine. Everything about it felt good. It had Tiptronic, steering wheel controls. The thumb actually downshifts, so like from second to first, you'd use your thumb, and then you would use the back of your hands to go up gears. It's, 3, 4, 5th. So it was kind of interesting. I kind of like that. And had nice wide tires in the back, skinnier ones in the front, so you don't have to rotate your tires. Take that good or bad, and it's sort of bad in a way, because if you need an alignment, I believe you only need a front end alignment on those cars, as far as I know. But I'm going to drive over to Napleton's right now, and I'm going to take a look at this car. And let's get going. I'll be there in a split second, so you guys can come with me. And then I have an older Z4 BMW to look at that's really in my price range, except it is a lot more miles. Now the BMW I did drive was low miles, believe it or not. I believe it was 59,000 miles. And for the price they want, it works out. I just hope nothing major is wrong with it, because if something major is wrong with a BMW, guys, I don't need to tell you, you're pretty much screwed. And they offer some sort of warranty, extended warranty on it. I don't know how much that cost, but it would be worth to get. Plus, I did mention that I have crappy credit, but I'd be willing to put down half of the car's worth and then make payments. And then I'll have to see, you know, once all the numbers are in, I'll have much more information for you guys. But I know what I can and can't do, basically. So I could buy a car flat outright for a certain price, but I don't even know if the BMW felt that fast, I mean, to be honest with you. But let's go ahead and park and take a look at this used Genesis Coupe, which I believe is fairly mint, actually. I wouldn't mind the 2.0, honestly, but I'm not picky. I do see a couple of other Genesis Coupes here, actually. So I'm gonna check them out, see what they got, and then I'll get back to you guys. Peace. Well guys, I'm basically just waiting to test drive a Hyundai Genesis 3.8 with the V6, over 300 horsepower. I think it's 348. It was a 2013. They want a little bit much for it, but I just want to see how it drives, because I just got out of the BMW not too long ago. I'm trying to get a baseline on what I like, so worst case scenario comes, I could try to finance some of it, you know, trade my car in, put half down, and then finance the rest, and see how long that lasts, depending on the payments. This might be too much. The BMW was cheaper, and it's a BMW, so it's quick and it's fast, but it had an engine malfunction. It said, check engine light. You never want that. You never want to see a BMW with the check engine light on. So, and it still drove. That's the funny part. It still drove perfectly fine. Didn't sound funny. I don't know what was wrong with it. I've heard of people replacing turbos at various miles for whatever ungodly known reason, but that would be absolutely horrible, because those are like $2,000 a piece, plus probably like $1,500 to install. But I do know a mechanic that could actually probably do it. At least I hope. I don't know if he works on Beamers. It's hard to say. But I'll let you know how I like this car once this guy gets back. This is taking way longer than I thought it would. All I wanted to do is go on a test drive. And I wanted to test drive the gray one, but there's only a white one here. I think the gray one is in a next lot next door. Alright guys, so I'm inside the Genesis Coupe 3.8. I've had a nightmare at this dealership, guys. I was here just trying to get the keys to this car. They know I have a fully paid off WRX. This old asshole did not want to let me drive this car, and I'm dead serious. I was getting pissed, and I never get pissed. I complained to the manager. I said, this guy will not let me take this car out. Oh, you've been here before. Yeah, I've been here before, but I didn't like the car. It was a 2.0 turbo. It was okay, but at that time, I really wasn't willing to trade in my car, because I still had mods sitting at my house that weren't installed, and I just told the guy that. So right now we have no gas, and I guess we have to go put some gas in the car. I just want to feel what this 3.8 feels like compared to the BMW I just drove, to give me some sort of like, what's a better option, a newer car like this or an older BMW? You know, the BMWs could have a serious problem. I don't know. I'm baffled at this guy. I mean, he sees me. I mean, do I look like a total shady loser or something? Because he was treating me like I was some punk. And I'm legit interested in, I've always been interested in the Hyundai Genesis Coupe. And I mean, I would not give him the sale I would totally give someone else a sale. And if I can work out some sort of credit, whereas I trade my car in for $24,000 here, I'll put half down of this car, which is about $7,000, and then I'll make payments, and that'll be that. And he ain't getting none of the money, so fuck that guy. So this car only has 31,000 miles on it, guys. It should drive perfectly fine. And stay tuned. I'm about to go for a ride. Alright guys, here's one of the coupes. This is a 3.8. I like the tires, but I'm not sure about the balance of the tire. This is also just the base model. So the seats are cloth, so it wasn't as comfortable as the leather. But these have some meaty ass Firehawks on them, which is cool. They drove similar. This doesn't have the backup beeping or anything, so, but they have some meaty tires on them, let me tell you. This is some meat right here, and they are solid. 245 45 18, and this one actually has a manufacturer's warranty, still applies. The price difference is not much, but for some reason I think that it's wearing a little bit over here. No. So I don't know, maybe he'll cut me some slack, I'm not sure. But both all these rims are in perfect condition as far as I know. Well, this one has a little curb rash, or it's just grease. It's hard to tell. That might just be from mounting the tire, but I don't think that maybe they're not balanced properly. I don't know where the white one went. Okay, there's the white one over here. Let me see if the rims are indeed the same. Alright, so this is what I might be coming into. So now this one drove a little bit better. However, these tires are some weird tires. Noble Sports. I'm gonna have to look them up. Never heard of them, and they're from Nanking. But they gave a smooth ride, believe it or not. 225 45 18 H rated. So I told them that if I get this car, I'd want the tires switched, because these do not meet factory specs, as this is a fast car. But for some reason, guys, I really like this car in white, and this one has the sensors. So yes, I believe they just put these tires are new, but they're H-rated tires. So I'm gonna have to definitely talk to them about it. I'm gonna crunch some numbers, and they were nitrogen filled as well, so I feel bad. You know, maybe this cracked here. It's hard to say exactly what this is. I guess it does have a ding down here. I didn't see that. There's another bad scrape down here actually. So this is something to think about. I didn't even see this until right now. I'm gonna have to mention that later. There are some scrapings here, but because this one's older. This is a 2013. But it only has 31,000 miles. But you know what? Not every car is gonna be perfect, and this is gonna be literally the last car I'm probably gonna drive, and it's fast. But I will tell them about this, because the car otherwise drove very nice, very nice. And I don't think anything over here is wonky. I'm gonna have him send me over all the Carfax for every one of them. But I mean, I'm disappointed that I like the tires. I mean, maybe I would keep them and just rip through them. I don't know. It's hard to say. They drove fine. It's just that they're not spec rated. Like it's just these should have Y tires, Z rated or Y rated. I'm exhausted. All right, guys. That's been the day. I test drove 3 Genesis Coupes, and this one honestly drove the best, except for the one that's out of my price range. which was the Ultimate Manual. That one was my favorite. It had Brembo brakes. It was awesome. It's just that, I don't know. For some reason I like white in this car. I don't know why. I like that color honestly better. But it had it did have a wobble to the steering wheel, so I don't know. It's gonna be up to I'm gonna have them look at the steering, and then I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna probably have to take this one out for another test drive, because now after I see the body work of this one, I believe is flawless, but it doesn't have the backup stuff. But it also doesn't have that big rusty ding on the side. It has this, but that's nothing. Some scrapes here and there, but this is just wax or something. But that white one had a big dent that actually was down to the paint. So that's something to think about. But I don't see anything else, nothing on the roof. Pretty much flawless. All right guys, till next time.